Do you want to know how to grow your channel? Tonight I'm going to be talking to Missdreeks, and she has over 10,000 subscribers, and she does live streams and videos, and she grew a lot with the live stream. So let's get started tonight. How are you?
Awesome. I'm good. I'm a little hoarse. I just went for a run in Colorado, so the elevation is crazy, but I'm good.
Great. So let's get started. So, when did your growth really start on your channel? Like, when did it explode?
Honestly, I would say the growth really started when I got super, super, super focused and I understood who my target audience is or was at the time. So when I initially started making content, it was honestly to get a job like years and years and years ago. And I was a therapist at the time. And long story short, I made a video resume, and every organization that I sent my video resume to were like, "You're in the wrong profession. Like, what are you doing? Maybe you should." Try to find a job in marketing. And I was like, no, I want to be a therapist. I love psychology. But long story short, I got really, really discouraged. I put out that video. I didn't post anything for years. And then I joined the military. And I was like, now I have something to say. I have a voice. And when I was joining the military, I didn't have like any YouTubers that I could watch to get information on the military that were entertaining and educational. So I was like, hey, that's my market. So I uploaded a video, didn't take it seriously, didn't know anything about SEO. And still today, that is the most watched video on my channel. First starting out, I didn't know anything about YouTube. And I was just like, wow, I took that idea of military education, providing people with content that they actually are searching for, and I ran with it. And the first, I would say, the first 10, probably 12 months, just creating content, I never live streamed ever. I was petrified of live streaming. And I had no idea that this community existed, of people who were just really, really enthusiastic about sharing information live and with a camera and a microphone and this and that. I just thought that people who held conferences did that, but I was so wrong. So when I started live streaming probably 3 or 4 months ago, I'm not really sure. I'm not sure. I know it was a couple months ago, and my channel just took off from there, honestly.
And when you started live streaming, how many subscribers do you think you had?
It was around 8,000. I want to say 8,000 is what I remember. About 8,000. And I was comparing my channels to other military YouTube channels, and I was like, some of them grow really, really fast depending on the topics that they cover. And I was willing to sacrifice growth, like fast growth, for authenticity, because the topics that, like basic training, everybody wants to know about basic training, right? But I didn't want to make just basic training content, even though those are the most watched videos. That is the a basic training video is what is how I grew traction on my channel. But I was like, no, I want to show people military lifestyle. I want to teach people how to create a life that they love, whether they're in the military, out of the military, or feeling defeated, or whatever the case may be. So I sacrificed the fast growth for just being authentic and true to myself, and it happened. I would say probably in a year and a half it happened when I got super serious and focused.
That's amazing. And isn't that cool that you have 10,000 subscribers now?
It is honestly, like, now I can be happy about it, but honestly, when I hit 10K, I got so sad. I got so, I worked so hard to hit 10K. And I remember the day that I hit 10K, a sadness just came over me. And my husband was like, babe, what is wrong with you? And he was like, you're not going to post, you're not going to say anything. And so he posted about it. And just looking back on that day, I was so sad because I am very organized. I'm a very goal oriented person. So once I hit 10K, it was like, well, what now? Like, of course, the road to 100K. but I was like I was lost. I didn't know what to do next. But I just took some time off. I literally went in the dungeon. I didn't upload for a while, and I came back, and I'm super, super, super energized, and I've been uploading every day since.
That's amazing. That's a great story. How long did it take you to get 10K on YouTube?
I would say a year and a half. So I started my journey October of 2019. Ooh, 2020? 2019, October of 2019. My husband went to the field, and before that, I would just upload like a video sporadically, and I wouldn't upload anything for like 5, 6 months. But October 2019, I got really, really serious. We had just got back from deployment. My husband went to training. He was going to be gone for 3 months. So anytime we're away from each other, I don't sleep. I can't eat. Like I just can't focus. So I was like, okay, babe, this time, by the time you come back, I'm going to have my channel monetized, and I'm going to have something for you to be proud of me. Right. So I was like, that was my sole focus, to monetize my channel. And I monetized the channel in 3 months. And when he came back, it was such a rewarding feeling, because instead of me being at home sad, military spouse and an army wife, being at home sad, lonely, and depressed, I was working toward monetizing my channel. So again, didn't really know what I was doing, but I was just like, hey, I ran some numbers. I was like, hey, these many videos brought in these many subscribers. So I just need to crank out these many videos. So I think I still have the spreadsheet, but I'm such like an analytics geek. So I don't know. I locked down and focused for 3 weeks. I got super, super, super organized. That's the only thing I focused on. And we monetized the channel in December of, was it? I'm saying 2019. Guys, apologize. I apologize. My math is wrong, but I think it was 2019.
That's amazing. Wow.
Thank you. You're crazy, Sam.
So, if you're just getting started on YouTube, what tip would you give someone?
Honestly, I would say to start. Like, I was so afraid of just starting. And I love videography. I've always loved photography. As I said before, I'm a very goal oriented person, an organized person, and I love teaching people. So, what better way to command your presence, to build something that's yours that no one can ever, ever, ever take away from you, right? What other way to do that than to just start? So that's my first advice. And I know you guys have heard this time and time again, right? Just start, pick up the camera and turn it on, just start. However, I was a therapist before, so I'll definitely challenge you guys to do some self-reflection and really see what answers are in your heart, right? So when I was looking to teach, I knew I wanted to teach people, I knew I wanted to help inspire people, but I was like, how? Like, what am I going to talk about? So I waited until I was in a career field that I cared enough about to share information about. So a lot of times people will tell you to just start, but it's like, okay, well, the next question is start what? Like, yeah, I could turn on my camera, but what am I going to say? And honestly, I started talking about the things that kept me up at night. So I was looking to join the military. I was looking to just completely change my life. And I was looking for information that I could not find. So instead of me being groggy about the information that I couldn't find, I just made a note. Every time I was searching for something and I couldn't find a black and white answer, I would just write it down in my little notepad, and I would make a video on it. No lie. So if you are the type of person who is like, hey, I want to help heal the world, boom. You don't need a camera. You don't need a microphone. You can use your phone. Like, use the resources that you have to just start. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you can start and find out that it's not what you want to do. So I spent a whole lot of time, y'all, laboring over videos, editing for hours and hours and hours. And those videos that I spent 10 plus hours editing, they have not performed well on my channel. But the videos that I'm just like, look, I don't have time. I'm gonna just put it out. If they like it, they like it. Boom. Those videos, they do the best. So uh, I'm sorry. I'm laughing, but I'm choking at the same time because I just finished running. But along with you starting and along with you just speaking about the matters that's on your heart, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, you have to think about it like this. Either you're going to sacrifice your time and your energy, or you're going to maximize your time and your energy so you can get more content out, right? So that's what but let me go back a little bit. Those are tricks, tactics, and techniques that you learn along the way. So maybe you are starting out and you don't know how to edit, right? And it's like, okay, well, I don't know how to edit, so I'm not going to put out a video. That is okay. Just do a one take. Don't edit. Don't edit the video. Just do a one take, put it out and get feedback and see if people like your content, what you're putting out. Because what inspires me the most is when I see teenagers like Sammy and I see amazing content creators like Nicole TV and all of these young creators who are just, they're so carefree and charismatic. Like Nicole TV, I know she has tens of millions of views, but I don't know what her subscriber count is, but it's like millions of people watch her content and she doesn't know how to edit. Seriously, like she edits on her phone. She doesn't use a camera. So we have no excuse. That's super motivational for me.
Yes, that's great. Was it easy to grow your channel?
Yes, no, when I first started out, I felt like it was the slowest process ever. I remember being stuck at 135 subscribers for the longest time. And I was just like, what is it? Like, my family and friends didn't want to support me. I was sending out videos to people, they didn't want to subscribe. And I was just stuck at 135 subscribers for the longest time. And then I finally realized that sometimes, as heartbreaking as it seems, your family and your friends will not support you. Okay. And that is okay. It's not okay, but it is okay. You have to make it okay. And you can't let that stop you. So even if you don't have support, I will still say put out your content. Even if the people around you, they make fun of you for wanting to be a content creator, they don't believe in what you're doing. At the end of the day, if you never start, you'll never know what your channel can become, right? So, had I been defeated when I was stuck at that 135 subscriber count, like less than 2 years ago, y'all, Sammy would not even be interviewing me right now. I would not even know the I wouldn't even know what it takes to build a channel and to build a positive community who is all about literally creating a life that they love. Like, all they want is financial help. All they want is emotional stability. All they want to be is marriage minded and promotion focused. So those are everything, those are all of the values that I hold for myself, right? So if I was able to achieve everything that I've achieved in life, which I most things I don't even speak on. I speak on military achievements, but I don't even speak on my past life before joining the military. I'm just like, if I was able to do it with little support, little help, little resources, of course anybody can do it. But it's hard to try to teach people tenacity and wit and it's those are very, very hard things to teach. I feel like life is the greatest teacher when you're talking about a slow growing channel, or trying to figure out what you're doing wrong, what this person is doing right, why you are trying to mimic other people's techniques and tactics but it's not working for your channel. So I'm going to be honest with you. Initially, my channel was very, very slow growing. When I stopped focusing on other people and their channels and how other people were gaining, 1,000 subscribers a month and this and that, that's when it happened for me. That's when it happened for me. So right now, my channel is gaining about 1,000. I'm looking at the stats now, about 1,000 subscribers a month, which is amazing. And I have a full-time obligation, you guys. Like, I'm in the army. We can get called for training, overnight training at any time. So We make it work though. We make it work, and it's definitely worth my while. And I'm so happy I wasn't so discouraged to just completely give up on my channel.
Great Grace has a question. He
Okay.
says, "Is it okay to use YouTube bots?" No, it's not. What is your take on this?
So Grayson, I saw us. I'm watching the chat right now. He asked me how I've been. I've been good, up and down, up and down. We'll talk about that a little later. But no, I would guys, authentic growth is the best growth. And I've been telling Sammy that since I met him. Authentic growth is the best growth. You can know 1,000 people, right? You could come into contact with 1,000 people who don't want to support you. However, you are going to get to a point where you are attracting 1,000 people who are very interested in your content. So you have to get past what other people are doing. Like you literally have to stop comparing your channel and other people's channel. You have to stop looking at other people's success. You have to stop looking at other people's equipment, other people's backgrounds. I'm telling you, that's when it started to click for me. When I stopped trying to be other content creators, when I was just like, look, that's not me. That's not who I am. That's not how I speak. That is not how I want to present myself. And if people don't like it, then I mean, hey, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. But once you stop comparing yourself and you realize that literally you're the only you in the world, the only you in the world. If me and Sammy say our ABCs right now, A through Z, he's going to have a different cadence than me, right? So you have to think about it that way. Don't go after fast growth because it won't last. Like, even if you meet 50 people in the mall and you ask them to subscribe to your channel and they subscribe to your channel right then and there, they are not going to watch your content unless they are interested in your content. So I had to learn that the hard way. But okay, so segue. Your first 1,000, and I might get some flack for this, but your first 1,000 subscribers, I would say it is okay not to use bots, but it is okay to ask family and friends to subscribe to your channel. It's okay because you want to monetize your channel quickly so that you can start earning money from your work, right?
But
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 right,
this
right.
is what I
But
was
there is
about
the
to
but.
say. Don't do that, because what if you have 1,000 subscribers and there's only 10 views? That's the
So
problem.
So I was that's why I said I might get some flack for that.
Yeah.
Now, you can look at it this way, right? Because I look at everything from a monetization standpoint. Because you should want to get compensated for your work. YouTube is not easy. Content creation takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of money, right? It takes a lot of money. The more you know, I feel like the harder it is. But your 0 to 100 journey is going to be extremely different from your 101 subscriber journey to 1,000 subscriber journey and 1,000 to 10. So that 0 to 100 subscriber journey may come easily. I told y'all I was stuck at 135 subscribers for the longest time. But that 100 to 1,000 subscriber journey, I feel like it is just like I don't know. I feel like you got to be like super, super serious. You have to let people know, look, this is what I'm doing. I want you to support me. Like I was, I'm just, I'm just saying, sub for sub doesn't work too. Sub for sub does not work. But I feel like the faster you monetize your channel, the faster you can focus on like creating great content. And again, call me crazy, but I feel like that 0 to 1,000 subscriber journey is going to be very finicky. You're not going to know what type of content you want to create, right? So I look at it like this, Sammy. You can create a whole lot of different type of content, right? And say, "Oh, I want organic subscribers. I want people to follow my journey." But from 0 to 1,000 subscribers, you don't really know what your journey is yet. So you can start talking about cars one day and then tomorrow come back with a cooking blog, right? None of it is going to make sense. Nothing is going to click from 0 to 1,000 subscribers unless You have been doing this for a long time. You have a community of content creators that you can get advice from. However, you have to still know that your journey is going to be completely different from their journey. So I can't tell Sammy to do exactly what I did to gain 1,000 subscribers. We have completely different communities that we're serving. So my best advice for someone who is struggling to grow is to hammer down on content. Literally, like hammer down on content, try different things, experiment with the length of your videos, experiment with different title styles, different hashtags, different topics, right? You are in a very experimental phase and you can't be afraid to fail. So I think that's like the biggest takeaway with this conversation is I tried a lot of different things. I had when I first started and my initial videos, I can't watch them. They're so hard for me to watch. But I had blogs, I had informational videos with me in the car. I had videos of me and looks. I was looking crazy, crazy, crazy in some videos. I was like full-fledged makeup in other videos, but at the end of the day, your community, once you build a solid community, they're going to appreciate those old videos. They really will. So I don't know, Sam. Everybody's journey is different, but again, you can't be afraid to get out there and start.
And I'm just going to remind you, I think you forgot your website and it hasn't been released.
No, I didn't forget it.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Because I just checked it the other day.
Yeah, I didn't forget it. We're working on it behind the scenes. But some Lyle Springer has a comment. Oh, look at Alicio. What's up, Alicio? And Laura Williams said, great talk, new website by Mayford. Thank you, Laura. Okay, so Lyle said 0 to 100 is a bit more tricky. After that, it starts to pick up a bit more. And then at 1,000, it picks up more. And from then on, I totally agree. I
Yeah.
totally agree. I feel like when you're running, so I just ran before the live stream because my schedule is really really hectic, but I make time for the things that I need to do. Like I absolutely need to do. And what I found is that my channel grew more when I stopped laboring over content. If that makes any sense. When I stopped making videos and live streams and everything content creation the main focus of my day, and I started to prioritize working out and spending time with my husband and taking care of me physically, emotionally, that's when everything started to click. Because if you are stressed out over YouTube, you're doing something wrong. If YouTube is keeping you up, y'all, sometimes like some nights I wouldn't finish editing till like 3 o'clock in the morning and I would have to wake up at 5. So I was getting 2 to 3 hours of sleep, right? So if you are laboring over YouTube, something is wrong. You're not doing something right because yes, it should be a labor of love, but I also feel like it should be fun. It should be enjoyable. You shouldn't be stressed out over a part time passion because if you're like me and you have a full time job, if your work is stressing you out, your home life is stressing you out, and the one thing that can kind of, reset you and bring things back into perspective is stressing you out, then what quality of life is that? So that's my take on that one.
Yes. Did you grow from videos mostly or live streams?
Live streams.
And
I
why?
grew I grew mostly from videos, but I grew faster from live streams. And he said, "And why?"
Yeah, why? Was there
So
a
I
reason?
I def yes. So I feel like in my community, in the military community, there aren't a lot of military content creators for one, but two, there are about two of us that I know of that go live regularly. So again, that's another like pocket that you have to figure out. It's like, okay, if you are making car vlogs, I hate to keep bringing up cars. I'm not sure who needs to hear this, but if you are making car vlogs and everybody in your community is doing live streams, you don't do live streams. Do videos and do shorts, right? If you are making cooking videos and nobody is live streaming, nobody wants to live stream them cooking, start live streaming, right? So I realized in my community, everybody was putting out videos and they were mainly doing vlogs. So I was like, okay, so the military community is already saturated. Army vlogs are very, very, very saturated. So let me establish myself as a military education YouTuber. So that is how I built my channel up to 10,000 subscribers. So from there, I started to live stream 3 times a week. And I mean, it was insane. Like normally my channel was gaining around 450 subscribers to 500 every month. And when I started live streaming, it was just like a constant increase. It went from 450 to 500, and then it was 750. And then I was like, wow, like I want to see if I can gain 1,000 subscribers a month. And no lie, started gaining 1,000 subscribers a month. And here I'll just show you guys this little email that I got from, well, it's not little, it's big, but it's super big. I got this email from YouTube. When was it? A couple days ago. Yeah, on the 15th. And it's just showing that Missdreeks here, it says Missdreeks, here's how your channel did last month: 1,000 new subscribers and 58 total views and the minutes watched. So I said all of that to say, when you're starting out, you're not going to know these things. You're not going to know if your channel is going to do better with video, shorts, live streams. You're not going to know. But that's why I said to like start and then experiment. That's the only way you're going to know. And one tactic and technique that I have now since started using is every video, it doesn't matter if the video is 15 seconds, y'all. If it's a short, if it's a video or a live stream, in my description, I will put my subscriber count in my description, because I want to go back and analyze, hey, from this video to this video, I gained this number of subscribers. From this live stream to this video, maybe I lost subscribers. So I want to always be able to study my numbers and know what is working for my channel, because sometimes I know YouTube has had some issues with their analytics and likes and comments and stuff like that, just not populating in analytics. Like what you see on your channel can be very different from what is populating in analytics. So I just keep track of my own analytics, and I'll encourage anybody to do that. Like study your numbers, know how many subscribers you're gaining a month, and from what type of content, right? So Sammy, I know you started to do interviews, right? Since we last talked, you started to
Yeah.
do interviews. So would you say you doing interviews has helped or hurt your channel?
Yes. Helped.
Okay, but before you were kind of doing like tutorials, music videos, Mac romance, you were kind of experimenting with your content, right?
Yes, on this channel.
But the traction has come from interviews.
Yes.
So had Sammy not started doing interviews or doubted that he could even do them, he would not even have experienced the YouTube channel growth that he's experiencing right now. So that's just, I mean, it's so imperative for you guys to understand you just can't be afraid to try different things. And I think of YouTube as an art, and I compare it to music, right? So when a music artist comes out, you're like, oh my God, he's so fire, she's so fire, they're so talented. It's like they just dropped out of the sky. But that's not necessarily true. It may be your first time hearing them. It may be the world's, right? The world's first time seeing them, but they could have been working for years, right? And that one song or that one album, that one EP is what sent them over the edge. So for Sammy, it could be that one interview that he does that just blows his channel up overnight. For me, it could be a one video or one short or one live stream or whatever that just blows your channel up, and you don't know, you seriously don't know. So I definitely encourage anybody watching who may be a little discouraged to just try different things. And remember that when an artist is making a song, they don't know if it's going to be a hit. They could feel like it's going to be a hit and it may not be, or it may be a hit. And when they are making songs, right, they are curating an album, right, with different songs, let's say like 5 to 10 songs, and maybe two of them are good. So maybe two videos out of maybe two videos that you do this month are good. But if you only do two videos, you have nothing really to work with. So, along with you starting and being super, super focused, studying your analytics, trying different things, I would say to create a lot of content. Not like, oh, I'm just throw something together. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying quality content. Of course, if you're recording on your phone, doing simple things like just simply like cleaning off the front camera or the back camera, like making sure that the things that you're using are up to par, right? So maybe you don't have a ring light, but if you have a dummy phone laying around the house, like just put the flashlight on, put it on your face, and stack it on some books or something, and boom, your face is lit. Or you can get a $5 clip LED light from Walmart. Like, you guys, you can make it work. You can definitely grow a channel without a camera. You don't need a microphone. You don't need lights. And y'all, I didn't get all of this until close to 10,000. I didn't have a super well lit background and I didn't have all of these lights on. I didn't have any of this stuff. I would record on the go. I would edit videos on my phone. I would go live on my phone. Sammy, recently I've been going live on my phone because I've been so busy. And
Yeah,
Sammy came on one time. He was like, Missdreeks, when are you going to go live on Ecamm again?
because you spent
Because
money on your live stream studio.
I did, but at the end of the day, it's like once you build that community, you have to understand that a lot of them will be relying on you, on your energy, your positivity, everything that you have to offer. That's why they subscribe to you. So it doesn't matter if you're funny, not funny, if you're a like quote unquote likable or popular person or not. Maybe you're an outcast, maybe you're quiet, and maybe you're not so bubbly. There is a community of people who are looking for you. They're looking for SammySuperStar, they're looking for Missdreeks, they're looking for Alicia Way, they're looking for everybody in the comments. So you can't be afraid to be you. I can't, I don't know how else to say it. Like, I know what society tries to put on us, like the pressure of looking a certain way, acting a certain way. If you're not wearing this, you're not with the in crowd. Guys, content creation is everything but that. Everything but that, because your subscribers will be able, one, they'll call you out. If I start editing my videos a certain way that's just not like me, they'll be like, oh, well, Sammy edits his videos like that. So why are you like, they will call you out. So I don't know, Sam. It's just I get so inspired and so motivated to encourage people to start, be consistent, and be focused, because I never thought that in 2021 that I would have 10,000 subscribers, and I literally just started uploading content, like consistent content, in 2019. It's insane. So I don't know. That's just my take. Is to find that fire, and once it's lit, don't let it die. That's how I
Don't
feel.
don't let it die. How did live streaming impact your channel?
Man, it's crazy. So, being in the military, right, you have to be very careful about what you say, how you say it, and who you say it to. So, I never wanted to be put in a situation where I'm live streaming and somebody, is being rude, or I have to correct someone, or, someone is asking me a question, or someone is asking me to speak about things that I know I cannot speak on. So I was always really hesitant to do live streams because you don't know what can happen during a live stream. And then eventually I was just like, okay, so yes, a lot can go wrong. Okay. A lot can go wrong, but let's just try. Let's just figure it out. And I honestly I forget what live stream I started. I forget what topic I first did a live stream on, but the reception that I got from live streaming was amazing. Like they were like, "Oh my god, this happened to me today," or "Can we talk about this?" And it just was like, this is what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to help people. I'm meant to help motivate people and inspire people and uplift people. So I feel like other than you just uploading regular video content through live streams, you can really start to build those relationships with your community, and you can really show them that you actually care about their well-being. I think that is what transcends from a live stream. It's like, no, you can't talk directly to me. You can comment, however, but I'm taking time out of my day to stop and answer your question or stop and comment on, you graduating from basic training or you getting promoted. So I feel like live streaming is definitely a challenge, right? It's a learning curve if you want to live stream professionally, even upgrading your equipment and everything like that, understanding what mics to get. Sammy knows I've had my fair share of audio complications, but what mic to get, how to situate your background, how to present yourself live, right? And not look awkward on camera, how to basically like troubleshoot issues with grace and style when something goes wrong. So it's a lot that goes into it. But I would say you start doing test live streams. You don't have to go live publicly. You can start going live privately, and maybe you share the link with your husband or your spouse or one of your loved ones or family or friends with Sammy, so he can try to walk you through some issues that come up, because that's what I did before I started. I was horrible. Okay, I was live streaming over Wi-Fi, and I'm actually an IT professional. I was live streaming over Wi-Fi. The camera I was using, y'all, it was a mess. The microphone, it was bad. It was just all bad. It was all bad. But he was definitely with me every step of the way. And my husband was so supportive. He was like, "Babe, whatever you need to get, if we need to change the background, get new furniture, whatever, we can do it." And that's what we did until, and it's still not how I want it to be. It's definitely not how I want it to be, but it's still presentable. So at the end of the day, like that's what it's about. It's like you cannot wait until everything is perfect, because nothing will ever be perfect. It won't be. Literally, I have prepped 45 minutes before a live stream for everything to go wrong. I mean, mic is muted, didn't know the mic was muted. We have my actual phone playing the feedback into the mic, y'all. Just a mess. But hey, what can I say, right? It's trial and error. Don't be afraid to start. Get out there.
Yes, and I want to say thank you guys for watching this interview. Subscribe, like, and hope you enjoy it. Now we're going into Q&A.
All right.
Some people have some questions, so yeah.
Right.
Laura has a question.
Okay.
It's up on screen.
I have not. So Laura wants to know if I've heard of Decoding Dyslexia Miss Military. Is that a YouTube channel, or is that just,
I haven't heard of it.
yeah, I don't, I'm not sure. Let us know if that's a YouTube channel or if that's just
A
like a,
thing.
a blog or something.
Let me check.
But yeah, you guys, I'm an open book. Whatever questions you have, you can definitely shoot. Thank you so much, David, for your support. And Sajatha, thank you so much. Lyle, John. But yeah, shoot away, guys.
I think there's a little delay
Okay.
because I'm streaming in 4K. That's the reason.
Okay.
So I
I
should
got you.
be next time I should be in 1080 60.
Okay. I haven't streamed in 4K yet. I'm kind of scared.
Oh, it's working great.
Oh, I see. She said it's a grassroots legislation movement. No, I've never heard of it before. I have to look into it.
for dyslexia.
Hmm. Wow. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm not sure if people with dyslexia can join the military. So that may be a movement for that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Or maybe that's a resource for the people who have joined the military with dyslexia, but not really sure. John has a question. Okay. So John said, I had to step out a bit and sorry if you answered this already. Do you deep dive into analytics a lot or just put out a lot of content? So John, I actually do both. I actually do both. When I was starting out, I was putting out a lot of content without understanding my analytics, and it actually, I would say it probably hurt my channel, right? Because if you're putting out a lot of content, but you're not taking time to analyze how those videos are performing, whether you're losing subscribers or you're gaining subscribers, because you can be gaining and losing subscribers at the same time. So, you understanding that certain types of videos and the length of videos may be for your channel or your specific community may be more popular, right, in your community. But for the military community, they love long videos. They do. They love long videos. They love entertainingly educational videos. They love army vlogs, right? So when I first started out, I was not marrying all of those things. It was either an army vlog that was just like super, super, super over the top and entertaining, but no educational content or basis, or it was a super education focused type of content, but it was not entertaining at all. So I had to learn my community. And the only way you learn your community, honestly, is when you start putting out a lot of content. So right now, and probably like the last couple of months, I have been uploading every day. So even so, let me take it back. Up leading up to 10K, I was uploading something every day on my channel. If it wasn't a live stream, it was a live stream replay or it was a short or a video. So now I have not been live streaming consistently because I went to training for 2 weeks and then I had a field exercise, right? So I stopped live streaming. However, you have to figure out a way to still give your viewers what they want. So, no, we're not live streaming consistently right now, but I have dedicated time to give them army vlogs. And the breakdown for me in my head is okay, if army vlogs do well, then, and I'm not doing them, I am not um YouTube is not seeing me as an army vlog authority. YouTube was only seeing me as a military education authority. So I knew that. So once I hit 10K, I was like, okay, so now we are established as a military education authority. I had super, super like stiff content. Now let's bring the entertainment back into my channel because that is the sole reason why I wanted to make content to be entertainingly educational. I want to teach you something, but I also want to entertain you after a long day of work. So had I not created different types of content and studied my analytics to see what was growing my channel and what was hurting my channel, I literally wouldn't even be, we wouldn't be having this conversation today. So yeah, I would say to create different types of content.
What would you recommend as the first upgrade?
Lighting,
No.
definitely.
No.
I no, listen
It's
to me. Listen
actually
to
no,
me.
no, no, no.
I know people will say audio. I
It's
know people
actually
will say
more important.
I know people. So just hear me out. Just and again, you Sammy is doing he's doing interviews and you're gonna hear a lot of different perspectives, right? You're gonna hear a lot of
Yes.
different perspectives. I will say this. I will say this. If the information is what people are searching for, they will listen to you with horrible, horrible, horrible audio. If
No.
no,
No.
Sammy, just hear me out. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. And it depends on the type of channel. It definitely depends on the type of channel. Okay, so I have a military background. I'm a military YouTuber, And I told you, Army blogs do really, really well in the military community, right? Army blogs. These people do not have microphones. They don't have lighting. They don't have, high quality camera. They don't. They don't. They just put out content. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Honestly, like some military YouTubers, you guys call me crazy, but they put out content of them like literally like they could be silent for like a minute or two, not talking, not saying anything. But it really depends on the community. I would say that. Like, so let me say this. Let me say this because I feel like not enough people speak on the technicalities of growing your channel. You can have the best lighting, you can have the most professional microphone, you can know everybody there is to know in the live streaming and content creation space, and your channel will still not grow because you have to take your eyes off of the gadgets. Like, people don't talk about this enough, but I'm going to say it as offensive as it can sound and come off. You have to take your eyes off of the gadgets and what to buy next. And, oh, he has this mic, so let me get that. Shouldn't be your focus. Your sole focus should be, is what I'm creating what other people want to see? Or is it what I want to see? So you are just one viewer or a couple. Look, you can have things playing in the background, but you are one viewer, right? You should want to attract the masses. So regardless of what I say, regardless of what anybody else tells you, stop focusing on gadgets. Gadgets will keep you back 100 times 100. Like, I'm telling you, like, I've seen it. I've seen people with the most extravagant backgrounds, microphones, tech, and all of that, but their channels are not growing. So you have to take a step back, right? Once you get the mic, okay, so I upgraded my audio. Is my channel growing? You have, like, think about it that way. I attacked my YouTube business because it is a business. I attacked my YouTube business with a very militant way of thinking, right? In the military, we don't do anything without a result. Anything. Like, everything has a purpose. So, okay, so the first thing I bought was a light. I'll be honest. I never had a microphone until like probably a couple months ago. The first thing I bought was a light. I've always had a camera. I've always been into photography, but the first thing I bought was a
Yeah.
light. And the second thing I got it wasn't a new camera. It was a microphone. It was a microphone because it depends on what you're doing. If
Yes.
you're doing vlogs, you don't need a microphone.
Oh, yes, you do. I'm a audio perfectionist.
You
And
don't
no, 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 no. This
if
is
you're
what.
doing vlogs, I mean actual vlogs, like you are not in your house, you're on the go. If I am at a range shooting, like, and I'm showing my everyday, like a day in the life, listen, the most successful, I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be offensive, but the most successful YouTubers don't use microphones.
Yes, they do. They use Rode video mics. I'm not joking. One of the biggest vloggers use it.
Sammy,
What?
he is like top tier. Are you talking about Casey Neistat?
Yes, and all of the other ones. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so there are levels to YouTube. He and he's also professionally trained as well.
No.
So,
No. He's not
oh
actually. He
my
was
God.
he was a
This
no,
man has had work on HBO.
because he worked for it. He was using
Exa-
no. Okay. This is a
Sammy. Sammy.
I'm trying to say something.
John has a comment too.
What?
I don't want to cut you off. Oh,
I'm going to do something. So there
wait, wait. Leave John's comment on the screen. Sammy, that's all. That's what I've been trying to tell you this whole time. It's about the content. It is about the content. It's about you. It's about your personality. It's about your charisma. It's
True.
about it's about your persuasion. It's about your marketing tactics. It's about your tenacity. And it's literally okay. If you can't keep people on the screen for 30 seconds, something's wrong. Something is wrong. You need to go back into the lab. But Laura said, I feel like you have a programming brain. I'm in IT. I actually do have a programming brain and I'm a Virgo. But I'm gonna go back to John's comment. He said it's about the content. I watched a lot of people with great video and audio. And no, I'm sorry. He said I watched a lot of people with great video and audio that didn't have good content. I didn't subscribe. Others have great content but not great audio or video and I subscribe. I can't tell you the people that I watch today right now who do not have the best cameras. They don't even own microphones. They don't even have good lighting, but they're entertaining, they're witty. They motivate me, they inspire me, and that's the type of content that I care about. I don't care about all of this. This is just for show. Like this is to get me to 100K. This I mean, honestly, like I could be in my car, which most times I am. Sammy will tell you, I will vlog anywhere. I will teach people anything, anywhere, because at the end of the day, it is what people need. It's not what you want, right? So you have to stop allowing tech to be a crutch because I know a lot of content creators who hide behind the microphones. They hide behind the cameras and the lenses and the lights and the studio. They hide behind all of this. And when they're not in their element, they can't create, literally can't create. They don't feel like they have they don't have the, the best up and coming gadgets to create. It does, y'all, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. And if you are allowing microphones and lights and gadgets to control you, your channel will suffer. Hear what I am saying. Your channel will suffer. Your channel will grow very, very slowly if you get caught up in comparing your channel and the things that you have to operate your channel to what other people are using. Sammy, you can have at it. But I'm telling you, I know very, very successful YouTubers and vloggers who do not use microphones.
Okay. Can I say something?
Of course.
So, the reason I know content is more important about the mic and the thing, but firsthand, the reason I say an external mic is great is because this happened to me. I was in a different location. It was hot. It was like a year ago. It was hot, and I just got my Sony camera. And the thing was, I had a fan blowing. They couldn't hear me. So,
I'm going to ask you a question after that.
and no, I had all of the gear, but I was messing around with the gear because
Okay.
there was something in my studio. There was a mouse in my
What
studio.
was the video on?
No, it was a live stream. I did.
What was the content? What was the video topic? Do you remember?
It wasn't
If you
on
don't, it's
YouTube.
okay. If you don't remember the content or the okay. So if you were just live streaming to live stream,
Yeah,
people will click off. But if you're live streaming with a purpose
yeah.
and an intent to educate and inform, people will stay. So again, I don't want anybody to leave this live stream or this interview thinking that you need tech and gadgets to grow a channel. That's not true. I have legit watched people clean their houses. Like cleaning blogs are doing exceptionally well right now. I have watched people clean their houses for an hour because I wasn't motivated to clean my house. They don't have any audio. It's music. It's like legit music. I have watched some of the crazy like animal content is so hilarious to me. You guys, they are, I mean, viral videos. They are not using microphones. They are recording vertically, vertically with their phones, black bars on the sides. So again, don't let the gadgets create a crutch for you. Do not let tech hinder your performance because it
True.
will get you every single time. Every single time. I can't stress it enough. I didn't know the conversation was gonna veer toward this way tonight, but I'm actually happy that it did because I feel like that is such a poor message that is being sent out, especially right now in 2021, because people don't understand that that stuff does, it really doesn't matter. Will it help improve your channel? Of course. Does it look nice? Of course. But is that what the everyday viewer, I'm not saying your content creator friends, I'm saying the everyday viewer who is looking for information cares about? Is probably not. They care about the content. So if you're speaking on people finding your channel and choosing to subscribe or not, that's really, really different from your core audience who is going to understand that, hey, my mic, I'm having technical difficulties. Those are two different characteristics of people. So I'm not sure if you were talking about your community, like your solid community, or you were talking about people who stumble upon your channel and now they have to decide whether they're gonna subscribe or not.
So I have also this is also hard for me because phones are great with audio, but I'm talking about 95% of cameras and computers sound horrible. And that's what I was trying to say. If you're using a phone, perfect. You can invest in lighting and all of that. But if you're getting started, even the pros, I know Doc, he says that. So, no. The reason is I'm talking about the first thing that you get after a camera or a phone. You need content. But I'm saying you need a microphone because 95% of the cameras or the phones sound trash. And I know people that work for national news. I know someone that does like Good Morning America, the
Okay.
audio. And so I feel like audio is important. And the reason is you need to have
It's just different perspectives. That's all.
yes.
So you feel like you should upgrade your audio. That's your perspective. And I feel like you should upgrade your lighting. That's just my perspective. So different perspectives. Again, I'll throw it back to analytics. You upgrade your microphone and your channel doesn't grow. Okay. Did that really help you? Did that really help push you forward? Is having perfect audio really what your audience cares about? So those are the types of things that I am challenging you guys to be open-minded about. Content creation is all about being open-minded. So you have to ask yourself, like, okay, do you want to emulate a news channel? Maybe you don't. If you're vlogging on the go and all you can afford is a Canon G7X, guess what? The audio may not be perfect, but you can build a very successful channel that can pay your bills, okay? Because my YouTube business is a part-time passion that actually pays us, right? It definitely supplements our income, but I did not have any of that stuff. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I didn't have any of that stuff. I just learned about microphones. We literally just upgraded this microphone. Like the light, all of the y'all, all of this stuff. We didn't have any of this stuff. I was legit uploading videos, using either recording them on my phone or recording them with a Canon G7X. So I'll say this because I know we're running out of time. I will say this. When I started getting the stuff, I started to lose my motivation. I'm just being honest. When I started upgrading lighting and monitors, y'all can't see like this view, but when I started acquiring things, I started to lose my motivation because I felt like, oh, I'm having mic issues. Like now my attitude is messed up. So now I'm not going to have a great live stream, or, oh, my background is not what I wanted or needed to be. So I'm not confident. So I'm insecure that my background doesn't look like this and that person. Once you start focusing on yourself and you ignore the noise, right? The noise of other people's opinions, the noise of other people's work, I'm telling you, you're going to see growth. So don't ever allow what someone else is doing to overshadow what you're doing. If you can't afford a microphone, don't buy a microphone. Use the microphone in your camera. If you can't afford to get a lens to have a blurry background, don't buy a new lens. Like, don't stress yourself out to the point where content creation isn't fun anymore. It should be fun. I love live streaming. I love creating content, and I love communing with my community because it's such a positive experience when you've done the work and you've seen the growth. Growth is what you should be focused on, not tech, not stuff.
Okay, this is what I feel like. Would you rather so if you already have content, I know that's great. Would you watch someone that has bad video like a night like a style that was so bad that you like a VHS camera, like a home movie camera. If
I have
some would you
I've
ever
I watch videos like that all the time.
like 2020, like 2021 content that people use of a bad camera with shitty audio?
I
Would you
actually
would
there is actually this African, she's in Lagos, Africa, and she purposely uses very inexpensive cameras to prove a point. Literally, like her channel has been built off of like a 3-4 crop. I'm not lying to you. Like the staticky look, the sound, she literally does that because she's a professional content creator, and she purposely shows people that regardless of how your content looks, it's about your creativity, it's about what you can do with it. And I've actually seen her channel blow up. Like right now, I don't want to waste anybody's time, but I literally, her channel was stuck at like 3.18 thousand subscribers, and now I think it's like at like 60,000 subscribers in a couple months. In a couple months, because
yeah,
she made one video about how she has allowed content creation to sink her in a depression. Literally,
yeah.
she said following the numbers, not having this, that mic, that lighting, or whatever, not even having a house with a beautiful enough background. She said she sunk into a depression because she was, quote unquote, doing everything right. She was trying to, beat the algorithm wave, and nothing was working for her channel. When she stopped doing SEO, when she stopped being focused on the tech, her channel blew up. So again, just different perspectives. You can listen to the professionals, you can listen to, the person with this and that gadget. However, you have to take into account the type of channel they have. If they have a tech channel, their tech should be in order. If you are just doing vlogs, tech is not that important. If you have an education channel, maybe even your audio might not be that important. So you have to figure out what people love about you, not anybody else, but what people love about you. And you literally, once the flame is lit, don't let it die. So I started to allow my flame to it started to wither. I'm just being honest. It started to wither. I started to get really, really, really discouraged because I was like, oh, I'm learning about that and this and that. And and I stepped away from content because I haven't said this yet, but once you start introducing different tech into your repertoire, you have to learn how this tech works. That's going to take time. So if you are solely reliant on your tech, you're going to take time away from content creation. So once you figure out how your microphone works, and now you got your dual monitors and your lighting, your background. Okay, how much time have you really taken away from creating content, which that is the purpose of all of this anyway, just to simply create and create with what you have, not what someone is telling you to get.
Yes. And I want to say thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Remember to hit the like button if you like this interview. Goodbye.